Welcome to the Sustainable Development Strategies for Higher Educational Institutions, massive open online course for strategic transdisciplinary implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals in Higher Educational Institutions curricula. My name is SDS4HEI, and today for you, I will be facilitating the Module 1, Importance and Relevance of Sustainable Development Goals for Your Career. Today's module will introduce you to the Sustainable Development Goals with an overview, historical development, approaches, and dimensions towards Sustainable Development Goals. I will speak about relevance and importance of Sustainable Development Goals in terms of professional careers, how Sustainable Development Goals can be integrated into professional career goals, what are future career trends and challenges that Sustainable Development Goals bring together, and how they can be resolved through your careers, how you can monitor and measure impact of your careers on Sustainable Development Goals and vice versa. And then I will end with 2 practical assignments and set of conclusions. Let us start with Module 1. Before we go into the essence of our module, I want you to know actually what Sustainable Development Goals are. Those are a set of global objectives resulting from multilateral efforts between United Nations member states, aiming to shift the world towards more sustainable and resilient pathways through resolution of social, economic, and environmental challenges of our time in order to create a better world and life for all. Development of Sustainable Development Goals can be traced in 1992 with the Agenda 21, which at the time was adopted to serve as a global, national, and local environmental plan. And first Commission for Sustainable Development is being created at the time. Then in 2000, United Nations member states adopted the Millennium Declaration agreeing on 8 Millennium Development Goals aimed to resolve social, economic, and environmental challenges at the time, but also reduce extreme poverty by 2015. Also, Millennium Development Goals mainly were applied to economies in transitions and developing countries to make them fully participate in the global development. Inspired by the Millennium Development Goals in 2012, United Nations member states adopted the Future We Want document, agreeing to develop 17 Sustainable Development Goals, now based on the principle of universality that will be applied to all countries globally. As a result of work in 2015, 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is adopted, and now it serves as a global plan for eradicating social, economic, and environmental challenges by 2030. For your better understanding, I divided Sustainable Development Goals into economic development goals, social and cultural development goals, and environmental protection goals, with goal 17 being integrative and cross-cutting goal. And now the next slide will explain it to you closer. Speaking about Sustainable Development Goals, dimensions, and approaches, we need to remember a few things. First is that Sustainable Development Goals are universal, inclusive, and comprehensive goals that cover economic, social, cultural, and ecological dimension. Therefore, a holistic approach towards understanding of Sustainable Development Goals is required that implies careful balancing between all those dimensions of the society, actors, systems, and challenges surrounding them. Holistic approach implies stakeholder involvement. And in order for a stakeholder involvement to be successful, we need to take inclusive and transformative approaches that focus on inclusion of everyone without discrimination. And transformative approach involves systemic thinking, readiness to shift our mindsets and take an action to achieve Sustainable Development Goals. Then finally, interdisciplinary approach is required, where various stakeholders from government, non-government, industry, society, across disciplines are essential, and their collaboration is essential for maximizing the impact of Sustainable Development Goals and their achievement. Sustainable Development Goals are relevant in the context of career for numerous reasons. Here are some of them that I want you to take with yourself from today's module. First, career is also a social construct, and various social factors and challenges also affect career, same as career contributes to the society through various social benefits. Second, Sustainable Development Goals are not only shaping society, they are shaping professional practices, working environments, and attitudes of employers and institutions towards the future. Third, there is demand for sustainability, specifically sustainability related knowledge, skills, and understanding of sustainable development goals, so institutions could make better decisions and individuals as well and take better approaches towards sustainable development and living. And then finally, sustainable development goals assist organizations. Specifically, they offer a framework for quality education where universities and other organizations providing education are now expected to contribute to sustainable development goals through offering programs, skills, and knowledge that is focusing on achievement of sustainable development goals that consequently makes careers and individuals more purpose-driven in the social context. When we speak about importance of the sustainable development goals for career, sustainable development goals are shaping career paths where now more careers and sectors are being aligned to sustainable development, and understanding of sustainable development goals can actually help you better align your career paths with the future challenges and opportunities. The second, sustainable development goals are relevant in terms of career because inside of the career, you might face a lot of professional and individual challenges, and understanding of the sustainable development goals and alignment of them with your career can actually help you be more compatible to the market, but also better navigate your individual and professional choices. Sustainable development goals and understanding also helps you develop critical skills for the 21st century, but at the same time help you develop some positive traits that are essential for the employment, such as empathy, self-esteem, and positive self-perception of the employability, as proven through the literature. And then finally, as a future leaders, sustainable development goals can help you distinguish yourself in the society and bring innovative solutions and resolutions to some social, economic, and environmental challenges of our time. You should set your career goals in alignment with sustainable development goals for your future prospects, and you can do it through 3 steps. First, active engagement with various stakeholders coming from community, university, industry, and so on. Then education and awareness. Use opportunities offered in your university or employment context and raise awareness and your own understanding of the sustainable development goals. And then experiences. From active engagement, education, and awareness, you will also be able to gain experiences that will help you develop skills and competencies that can result in prospects for sustainable employment in the future. Some of the key sustainability and SDG related skills for careers that are essential for the future are outlined in the various international frameworks. Some of them we mentioned as an examples, as you can see on the right paragraph of this slide. However, for today's purpose, we will use International Labor Organization framework on core skills for life and work in the 21st century, as the focus of today's model is actually career. According to International Labor Organization, it is essential for your future work and career to develop social and emotional skills, cognitive and metacognitive skills, basic digital skills, and basic skills for green jobs. Some of those skills, specifically in category of social and emotional, cognitive and metacognitive skills, are being covered in today's module, but we encourage you to further explore this framework and see actually which skills you lack and which skills you already have developed and you can use as advantage. You should prepare for future career paths, and you can do it through 3 steps. First, understand and integrate sustainable development goals into your career, then prioritize social responsibility and stay adaptable and open to change. Why? When you understand and integrate sustainable development goals into your career, you will be able to choose carefully industries that are in alignment with sustainable development and future challenges and opportunities, but also you will be able to choose an area or industry of your own interest and see where you as an individual can contribute the most. Social responsibility, as we said, is being a high priority of many employers. industries, and so on. And understanding and embedding social responsibility can be a huge asset when it comes to employment and functioning and professional development at organizational level. And then in order to be adaptable to the future trends and changes into employment, you need to stay open to change, and you need to constantly reskill and upskill and gain new knowledge to be able to actually switch from one job position to another, change your career, or have sustainable career development pathway. Because according to International Labor Organization, there is a possibility for you to even 5 times change your job throughout your career professional development. Staying informed about trends and industries and challenges and opportunities is also highly relevant. And next slide will tell you why. Future career opportunities, according to International Labor Organization, lie in emerging sectors, specifically green economy, blue economy, knowledge economy, care economy, and orange economy. In the brackets, we put some of the examples of professions in those economies. However, the list is non-exhaustive, and you can, from your professional point of view, see where best you can fit in and what kind of position in certain sector you can take. Besides taking advantage of the growth areas in certain sectors, you should also focus on digitalization and technology. As we can see, artificial intelligence and robotics are changing the job environment. Then you should also look for global trends that are specifically focusing on the set of social, economic, and environmental challenges that maybe throughout your career you can resolve. You also should pay attention to policy and investment, specifically investment into skills, infrastructures, careers, and positions that are essential for organizations to survive in the future. And then interdisciplinary collaboration, as I mentioned in the first module section, Introduction to SDGs, is essential because resolution of sustainable development goals is a complex and it requires close collaboration between professionals from all sciences, from applied to social sciences and humanities. And there lay also your career opportunity. Besides career opportunities, you might face career challenges. Some of the future career challenges are adapting to various changes, environmental, technological, demographic, political, and social changes that are more and more visible in our societies. Then there is a climate impact that leaves threats to career and labor productivity that excludes various workers and professionals from a reach. And then also climate impact has a huge impact on creation of a new job and sectors, but at the same time, many jobs and sectors might disappear. Reskilling and upskilling is required, and reskilling and upskilling doesn't imply only a will. There is necessity for investment and careful consideration of the job losses and job selection. There is also inequality in the gaps in education and employment access. Specifically at the global level, there is a global job gap that has to be filled in next decades. And then finally, there comes a youth employment that is closely connected to a job gap. And in this sense, young people need to understand that there are certain challenges in the youth employment that they should resolve, such as, for example, gender equality or inclusion of disadvantaged groups into participating in full participation and professional development into society through professional careers, but also at the same time, more than ever, the careful strategic planning of career for emerging jobs and fluctuating job market is necessary than ever. Besides aligning your career with sustainable development goals, it is important for you to monitor and measure the impact your careers have on sustainable development goals and vice versa. As future employers, you need to know that organizations are expected to monitor and evaluate their impact on sustainable development goals. And for your reference, today we will use a logic framework that can help you recognize if the institution has a system in the place to evaluate and measure impact on sustainable development goals. And if not, perhaps you can take future actions in proposing one. The logic framework can help you understand how to do it, and it consists of 5 segments: input or resources that go in to create and measure impact on sustainable development goals that can be various: financial, human, infrastructural, and so on. Then activities that are undertaken to create and measure impact on sustainable development goals, such as, for example, policy, training, reporting, and so on. Outputs, or what outputs, results that are created through activities to encompass sustainable development goals and reach the impact. Outcomes, results that occur that have positive or negative impact on sustainable development goals. And then finally, impact that can be short, medium, and long-term impact that is created for the sustainable development goals. Besides organizations measuring their impact on sustainable development goals, as future employees and professionals, you need to be able to measure and evaluate your own impact. And you can do it through 11 steps. First, identify your career objectives, write them down, and then see how they align with sustainable development goals and targets. Each SDG has its targets, and there are overall 169 targets that can serve as an indicator for your evaluation of your impact on sustainable development goals. Then assess your career values and see how those values actually align with social, economic, and environmental sustainability, and where you can actually create an impact in which segment of the sustainable development goals. Identify current challenges that you might resolve to your career area. Then forecast future challenges as well, because future challenges actually can anticipate your future job shift, areas in which you might develop skills, and perhaps sectors in which you might focus your future professional development efforts. Plan interventions or actions that you will take to resolve sustainable development challenges, set a timeline for your interventions, measure sustainability impact through evaluation of the short, medium, and long-term impact that your career had on sustainability, and finally, track your career impact. Besides measuring your impact on sustainable development through career, also be able to measure how such interventions to resolve sustainable development challenges impacted your career progression. In order to enhance your understanding of today's material I presented in the Module 1, I prepared you 2 exercises. Case study exercise through which you're supposed to integrate sustainable development goals with career. It is a hypothetical case scenario with a set of questions that can help you align SDGs with career professional development while addressing different social, economical, environmental challenges, and also holistically approaching the sustainable development goals in the context of your career. Case study is available on the supplementary material section in the module page with a template for action plan, personalized action plan in a form of a canvas that after completing case study exercise, you can adapt to your personal trajectories and complete for yourself to be able to reflect actually on how you can enhance your professional career, align it with SDGs, and measure the impact of your career on sustainable development goals. Second exercise is career journaling that's supposed to help you reflect on thoughts, challenges, and progress towards aligning your career with sustainable development goals. Same as case study exercise, career journaling template is available on the supplementary materials section. You can download it for your own personal use and use it regularly to reflect on opportunities, challenges, actions that can help you align your career, but not only career, also your personal aspirations with sustainable development goals. In the conclusion of this module, I would love you to take with yourself 5 key learnings from today's lecture. That is, sustainable development goals have a universal framework focusing on diverse economic, social, cultural, and environmental challenges globally. Second is that in order to align your career with sustainable development goals, you need to proactively undertake steps through education, awareness, activities, and experiences with diverse stakeholders to actually be able to navigate and align your career and develop competencies for the future. There are numerous future challenges and opportunities that are coming with sustainable development goals that you should pay attention to in order to be able to follow the trends in industry sector changes, job positions, but also in order to be able to, as a social human being, behave responsibly and navigate not only your personal, but also individual life in the upcoming decades. Through integration of sustainable development goals into your career, you have enhanced chances for employability because workers are more and more looking towards sustainable development goals and aligning their working practices, strategies, and development and hours towards actually addressing some of those goals and behaving socially responsible and contributing not only to economic benefits, but also to social benefits. And then finally, for sustainable development goals to be achieved and successfully aligned with your professional careers, interdisciplinary collaboration with diverse stakeholders coming from different disciplines is essential. It can help maximize the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, impact of the Sustainable Development Goals on organizations, society, and individuals, but at the same time, it can also help you get better chances for the employability through networking, collaboration, and extension of your experiences with some of the key stakeholders in the sector. Thank you for the attention. That would be all from me today. For all of you who would love to connect further with me, feel free to scan this QR code and reach out on the LinkedIn profile or send me an email to some of those two email addresses provided in this slide. Wish you all the best and keep moving towards aligning your career with sustainable development goals.